This is West African Voice Network.
Hello and thank you for joining us on Newswave on West African Voice Network. I am Fatima Ibrahim. We'll begin the bulletin with rising tensions between Mali and Algeria as both parties close airspace. The Malian authorities have announced the indefinite closure of their airspace to all flights originating from or destined for Algeria, following a similar measure enacted by the Algerian government earlier on Monday. In a statement released by the Ministry of Transport and Infrastructure, Mali confirmed the suspension of all civil and military flights to and from Algeria effective Monday, April 7, 2025, and lasting until further notice. The development follows heightened diplomatic tensions between the two countries, triggered by the destruction of a Malian drone by Algerian forces near the border. The Malian transitional government strongly condemned the incident, accusing Algeria of aggression and vowing to file a formal complaint with international bodies. Algeria in turn accused Mali and other member states of the Confederation of Sahel States (AES) of repeated airspace violations and announced a series of retaliatory diplomatic measures. The Malian government's latest action is being interpreted as a reciprocal response to Algeria's earlier decision, marking a further deterioration in relations between Algiers and the AES bloc comprising Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. In a tragic development in Nigeria, President Tinubu orders investigation into Plateau state attacks. The Nigerian President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has directed security agencies to begin an immediate investigation into recent attacks in Bokos district, Plateau state, which led to the loss of at least 55 lives and many others injured. According to the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, the attacks affected 6 villages over the weekend. At least 22 people were hospitalized, while the full extent of the damage is still being assessed. The motive behind the attacks remains unclear, but they are considered among the most serious incidents recorded in the region since December 2023. Plateau State, located in Nigeria's Middle Belt, has faced recurring tensions in recent years. Experts say that beyond community disputes, challenges such as land pressure and environmental challenges have contributed to instability in the area. Authorities have pledged to restore calm and bring those responsible to justice. We head now to Ghana as authorities deport 30 Chinese nationals for involvement in illegal mining. The Ghanaian government has repatriated 30 Chinese nationals linked to illegal mining activities, locally known as galamsey, to face prosecution in their home country. The individuals were officially handed over to Chinese immigration authorities at Otoka International Airport, with a process led by Superintendent Li Ran, head of airport operations. During a recent meeting with police officers in the Ashanti region, the Minister of Interior issued a stern warning to law enforcement officers and prosecutors, condemning any attempt to alter the identities of foreign suspects to prevent deportation. He emphasized that any personnel found guilty of such misconduct would face disciplinary measures. To ensure the smooth repatriation of foreign nationals, the ministry is working in close collaboration with relevant embassies. While the cost of airfare for the deportees is covered by their respective governments, the government of Ghana assumes responsibility for the travel expenses of immigration service escorts. The move has sparked debate among the Ghanaian public, with some questioning why local offenders face domestic prosecution while foreign nationals are deported instead of being tried in Ghanaian court. We head back to Nigeria as court adjourns tax evasion case against Binance. A court in Nigeria has adjourned a tax evasion case against cryptocurrency exchange Binance to August 30th, allowing the Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS) time to respond to Binance's request to annul an earlier court order permitting service of court documents via email. Binance's lawyer Chukwuka Ikwezum argued the FIRS failed to obtain the court's permission to serve documents outside the country. Binance, which lacks a physical presence in the country, is challenging the method of service. Nigeria has filed a lawsuit seeking $79.5 billion in damages for alleged economic losses linked to Binance's operations and $2 billion in back taxes. Authorities blame the exchange for contributing to currency instability and detained 2 of its executives in 2024, citing the platform's role in naira trading. Binance, not registered registered in Algeria, did not immediately comment but stated it is cooperating with the FRSC to resolve potential historic tax liabilities. And in Benin, authorities launch project to advance care for autistic children. The Beninese government has launched the pilot phase of its integrated care project for autistic children in Cotonou and Abomey-Galavi. The Ministry of Social Affairs and Microfinance hosted a midterm review workshop in Cotonou, bringing together parents, disability associates, NGO and health and education professionals. The event evaluated progress since the project's launch and outlined future directions. Parents expressed deep gratitude for the government's full funding of the initiative. The Minister of Social Affairs and Microfinance praised the strides made so far, including better access to medical care, education support, and parents-teacher forums. The project, built on 5 strategic pillars, aims to integrate autistic children into society by connecting families, educators, and health workers. And that's it on Newswave on West African Voice Network. For more news from across the region and beyond, visit wavn.org. You can also interact with us via our social media platforms on X, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn at WAVN News, and on TikTok and YouTube at West African Voice Network. I am Fatima Ibrahim. Have a good evening.